Welcome back to International Scale Modeler. First off, I'm going to have to apologise for the lack of reviews and videos this month appearing on our ISM channel on YouTube. Unfortunately, April's been an excessively busy month for myself and for Paul with our normal businesses and things like that. I was away for 2 weeks as well, so it really was a very busy month indeed, and some of it quite unexpected. But this month we should be returning back to normal. We're a little bit late with the news show, we know, but as I say, it was a very busy month. But we've got quite a lot coming up for you today. We're going to have a shorter news show than normal, but next month we will make up for it for sure. So without further ado, let's have a look, see what's coming up this month on ISM. Obviously we've got all the normal forum updates, including the SiGs, GBs, comps prizes, things like that. We've had one SiG finish this month, which is the Easter egg planes, sponsored by Retro Kit. Some cracking entries into that, which we'll do a reveal vid for that in the next couple of days. We've got a GB finishing this month, which is 100 Years of Bombers one, for these lovely prizes. We've got a new SiG that starts, GB that starts towards the end of the month, which is obviously the D-Day anniversary group build, which I'm really looking forward to, and I think will be quite a popular one indeed. We've got the model reviews that are coming up for this month as well. We've also got the prize draw winners announced, and what new prizes are for this month's prize draw as well, which has already started on the site. We've got, unfortunately, we've got no news report this month, so no cheese at all this month, mainly because I just don't have time to do it. But next month we'll have double cheese, okay? So if you're looking for cheese, you'll have to wait until next month, I'm afraid. We're going to do a couple of reviews. I'm going to do one on UV glue, which seems to be very popular at the moment. It seems to be sweeping the modelling world. And Paul's going to do one on the AKSS Waffen book that he got recently, which is apparently very nice. So I think without further ado, let's crack on with the show. Okay, first off, I think we'll start with Paul's review of the AK Interactive SS Waffen book that he got recently. It looks like a very interesting book, one I'm tempted to purchase myself. But here's what Paul thinks of it.
Hi guys, Paul from International Scale Modeler. Today I got a review for you of the new, well, it's newish, Mickey Jimenez Ammo Waffen SS Colours book. I think I mistakenly told Lee it was an AK book, so I apologise for that if he's introduced it as being that. It's a camouflage profile guide basically. Quite hard to film, it's a very glossy finish which never goes down with bright lights. I bought this about a month or two ago. I had a quick look through, but I was saving it for a review. I haven't done any Second World Armour for a while, so there was no need to have a quick, to have a proper read of it. I thought I'd leave it for the review, give it an honest review. Very attractive looking book. The SS branding on the front, I suppose you could call it, logo. Whether that was a corporate thing back then, I don't think it was. It's going to be an interesting review because there's going to be a lot of words in here I can't pronounce and I sound like a complete idiot, but I could be worse. I could sound like a drunk Jamaican like Cohen when he does foreign languages, but never mind. So basically what you're getting is a book of camouflage patterns for various battalions, units, settings, etc. all the way through. Quite handy when I'm looking for a camouflage scheme. Obviously a lot of people make the mistake and they sit there purposefully creating and crafting a perfect camo scheme. They were very rarely applied like that. They were applied in field with a compressor or a mop, the onboard spray compressor and air gun, made from blocks of paint, usually dissolved with petrol or diesel and sprayed on that. So they do normally a random pattern, and when you try to do random patterns, you never get the randomness. You always get what a perceived pattern. We open the book up. We've got just the few notes in there, editors, translation, etc, etc. We've got an introduction and prologue. Mig always does an excellent prologue and introduction. Goes quite in depth, some very interesting pictures. Obviously you've got the original black and white and what it is, if I can bring it up, the colour interpretation of the tank and the half track in the background. Very interesting. I always think it looked great when they're coloured up. Obviously you can't see that, we'll never know the exact shade of Dunkelgelb. It's always an interpretation, so that's just one of those. Then in the front we've got technical information along with various colour charts. So you've got Waffen SS, Policey Green, HM 1937, I'm not going to try and read that. 1943, so you've got Dunkelgelb, which is a shadow base colour light, so it's quite interesting. It gives you the shadow, the base colour and the light. So, sorry about the light. So if you're into colour modulation, you've got a few handy references there. You got the RAL colours, which again is handy. Fruta when they changed. Dunkelgelb in 1944, I think it was. Yep. Fruits of the greens, the browns, so a very handy reference. If I can bring it up a little bit, you can have a quick look. So you can see through the years, as the colours have changed or they've amended them, like I say, you got your base, your shadow, your base and your light. So it gives you a good little reference for what you want. The amended colours later on in the war. A couple of examples of some models, which is always absolutely stunning work, as always what you'd expect. Into the book, we start off, so you've got various different vehicles. You've got a SD KFZ 7.2 half-track with a flat gun on, and it's in Waffen SS green, which is quite unusual. Used for second line vehicles, but it was typically painted in RAL 7021. Then we've got it's a KWK 30. Oh no, it's got a KWK 30 on it. Like a Puma, is it? Is that what Stefan's building? I'm not too sure on that, but it certainly looks like the thing he's building at the minute. You got a Ford truck, again going through the different greys. Various vehicles, quite new to see them in this green. I've never really seen any vehicles in that green, if I'm honest. It covers a multitude of different vehicles, a multitude of different camos. Quite hard to get the light on it for you without whiting out. But it gives you an idea of different camo schemes. All different vehicles, winter weathering, running through various vehicles, Mark 4s, Stugs, Panzer 2, another Panzer 4, Panzer 3, so it gives you, a good example of each vehicle. Half-track flatbed truck, swim wagon, Tiger 1, that's Michael Whitman's apparently, SO4 at the top, and it's winter camo. So it's good inspiration, and that's what I bought it for. It's probably not the most interesting book to read because there's a few segments of writing in it. It's mostly about the individual vehicles, a couple about different panzer divisions, so there is a bit of information in there, but it literally covers so many different types of vehicles. It's a real good reference. Loads of different camouflage, so if you have a bit of inspiration for a particular camouflage scheme, you can come through, have a look, alternate it, edit it for your own purposes. But as a starting point for different camos, really good. A little bit of cammed up there as well. It is a Puma. I don't know what that first one was, but that's what Stefan's building at the minute. A bit of foliage on. Again, on the Panther, a bit of foliage as well. Like I say, it gives you loads of different examples of camouflages, loads of different vehicles, and you've got the 2nd SS Panzer Division, Das Reich. Again, covering a multitude of vehicles. So just going through battalions and units and what have you. Like I say, for colour picture reference, which you don't always get a colour call in your kit, it's very handy. And I think it's literally covering almost every vehicle, like the Kuba wagon, SDK 251, loads, and there's T-34 76, captured with German markings on. Just trying to read it, yeah, still painted in the Russian colours. So again, interesting, you name it, it's in here. All the way through to the back, you've got motorcycles from the 5th FS Panzer Division. Like I say, you name it, the vehicle's in here. So it's a good reference, like I say, not the most interesting book to sit there and read, but there's certainly specific, divisions to read about, Volunteer Mountain Division. So it's certainly an interesting book to go through, and as a reference, I think it's invaluable. But that's it, really. There's not much else to talk about. It's very well presented, very well laid out as well. I think I paid about £18 for it. Like I say, loads of different vehicle references to give you an idea of the camo. Because like I say, the more random, you sit there and think, right, I'm going to do this camo pack random. The more you think about it, the more purposeful it'll look, and you'll start clumping bits together where you don't want them. So it's hard to do a random bit. I find the best way of doing camo is do one bit, turn another around, do another bit, and that way you start getting random parts rather than thinking, right, I'll orchestrate a bit there and a bit there. They start getting too close together and they start looking too thought out. Whereas with this, you can start thinking, right, well, there's that, I can do a spray up there, there. You can follow some of these patterns. And like I say, you don't always get a colour card in your kit, so it's a handy reference. Bit more interest now, down to some tigers. I think we've got some mids and lates. Yeah, mid in the middle, late at the top, is it? Yeah, Zimmerton. Staff car, Fear 508. Personal vehicle of Michael Whitman. So again, this is Battalion 101 KTs. Again, cracking camo patterns there, really, really nice. If you can see those. So some great inspirational pictures there. It's a real interesting one, bit of foliage on. Excellent, another bit of style, isn't it? Tiger one at the top. So like I say, loads of reference, motorcycles, Stugs again, flatbed trucks, BA-10. Obviously the Germans captured a lot of vehicles and put them into their own service. But like I say, as a reference, absolutely superb. Not much more to talk about, so I'll just flick to the back. You then got, is it a little bit of step by step? Or is it just showing? I think this is actually, yeah, this is an example of interpreting colours in black and white. So as you can see, that one's painted in a grey, this is in a green. If you look at the black and white, they look exactly the same. So there's no way to differentiate between the grey and green. So obviously, maybe that's where a bit of confusion comes about original colours. And again, there again, absolutely stunning model. That's absolutely beautiful, I think. Fantastic. But you can see there next to each other, there's no differentiating between grey and green at all. And that's it. So overall, good book, good reference book. I'd say good reading material. I can get that off there for you. Probably not the most interesting review, but I bought it to review, and I've reviewed it. I can have a good look through. Plan ahead for my for the Panther SiG for Sebastian's and Hendrick's Panther SiG that's coming up. I think it's in June. And obviously, when I finish my King Tiger, which I plan to do for the ISM Shelf of Doom. That is painted up, but you know, gives a few references for weathering and what have you. So a good book. Sorry about the light. Like I say, if you're looking for a reference book, go and have a look at it. I think it does come under the AK guide as well, but obviously this is an ammo one after MiG left and what have you. There's another book they've got I quite fancy, which is about the Tyrant 5. Obviously I've got the kit as well, so I'll maybe add that at a later date as well. So there we go. Review of MiG Jimenez's Ammo Waffen SS Colours book, Paul at ISM. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the forum.
Well, thanks for that, Paul. I'm sure you'll see it's a nice looking book indeed. It might be one for a future purchase, just something to browse through. Not something I do a lot of, but it definitely looks like a worthwhile purchase if you're looking for that sort of thing. So now we'll go on to the GBs and SiGs and what's happening on the site. We've got a new GB starting this month on the 23rd of May, which will run until the 12th of September. So 4-month main ISM GB, and that is obviously the D-Day 70th anniversary. Looking to be a good GB with everyone probably going to make an entry into that. It's going to be very popular indeed. Same rules apply as per the normal GBs and everything. Your model of choice must have been obviously using the D-Day scenario, and it can be either Allied or Axis forces. Really looking forward to this one. Prizes will be announced a little bit later on in the month when we start the GB. We're just waiting for John at Models I'll Go to make up his mind what their prizes are going to be. We've also got the Night Fighter SiG, which started on the 18th of April. And this will go on to the 11th of July. If it says Night Fighter on the box, then you know you're welcome to join in with it. All the other rules from ISM apply as per normal. There's been some great entries so far. Prizes from S&M stuff for this one are the AK German Panzer modulation set, which I recently did a newbie's guide to how to use these modulation sets. It's the exact same one, and I think they're quite effective. If after a couple of times you get a bit of practice on them, I think it'll be really nice indeed. We've also got the Life Colour Shades of Black set, which again, a great little addition to your collection. I think that's something that I'm thinking of purchasing anyway soon. So, and a set of locking tweezers as well, something a bit different for third place. So we've also got the Easter Egg Plain SiG, which finished at the end of April. Now that was sponsored by Retro Kit, and the prizes for that were, first place was a €30 to spend on the site. €20 second place and €10 third place to spend on Dominique's site, retrokit.online.net. Cracking prizes, some smashing builds, some real funny entries, and this is what SiGs are all about. And I think this sort of Easter egg playing SiGs, a real fun build, and I think a lot of people have fun, and I certainly really enjoyed reading a lot of the threads. And it's been surprisingly hard to come up with 3 winners for this, because I think everyone did so well on it. But myself, Paul and Gary got our heads together, and we've come up with a top 3 which we've averaged out between us, which is quite hard to do actually. But with the reveal show will be out in the next couple of days for that, I promise. Okay. We've also got the Steel Rain SiG as well, which I still haven't done the reveal. Obviously the winners have been picked and everything. I still haven't done the reveal video for that. That will be, again, will be out in the next 3 to 4 days. I think the Steel Rain SiG reveal video will be out first, and then we'll do the Easter egg playing one probably a day or 2 afterwards. Other GBs, we've got the 100 Years of Bombers GB, which is going to finish this month. I think we've got just over a week left to go, 10 days or so. And some absolutely cracking entries in that, some real big beasts of kits as well. And as I say, we've got just over a week left. The prizes for that are obviously these here that we've got from Models Are Go, which is the 172 Eduard B24 Centenary edition, which is an out of production kit now as well. The 172 from Italeri Dornier Do 217, and the 148 Beechcraft Staggerwing, which I actually reviewed last month as well. So those there will be a reveal vid for that that SiG as well. So it's going to be a very busy month for reveal vids. Obviously that's from Models Are Go, so thanks John and Mandy for those prizes. Right, we've also got the long-term ISM long-term group build at the moment, which is non-military civilian vehicles. That's sponsored by us, by Ultimate Modern Products. And that's going to keep going until the 31st of July. So if you've got some civilian vehicles that you want to enter, there's still plenty of time to enter that one as well. Some great entries so far, and again, it'll take a lot of people out of their military comfort zone, so to speak. But definitely worth a go, and as I say, still got a couple of months left on that if you want to have a crack at it as well. As per normal, all the dates of the GBs and SiGs are on the site. They're in a PDF format in the GB section. You can download it, print it off and everything, put it on your wall, and you can obviously have a guess at what, you know, plan out what builds you want to do during the course of the year. So we're nearly halfway through already. It's amazing how quick it goes. But that's all the GB and SiG news so far this month. Quite a lot going on with those. Quite a lot of reveal vids are going to be happening this month. And I will get them out, don't worry. I do apologise for my lateness on this, but as I say, it's been very busy this past couple of months. I think now what we're going to do is I'm going to do a quick review on this new UV glue that seems to be extremely popular at the moment. I was kindly sent some by Matt on ISM. Thank you very much, mate. It's been a bit of a revelation, this stuff. And I'm just going to show you guys just how it works and everything. It's very easy to use. Well worth the money for cockpits and things like that. It really is a cracking glue, and I just want to say thanks again to Matt for sending us a sample of that. It's been really helpful, mate. But here's the review. Right, okay, so we're going to do a quick review on this new glue that seems to be sweeping the modelling world at the moment, and it is this now, the bottles come in all Japanese, and this is called a UV glue. Now it comes in this pitch black bottle because you really can't show it to any ultraviolet light whatsoever, such as the sun and so on. Now I usually use microcrystal clear to do my cockpits and everything, which obviously is basically a PVA glue that dries clear. Put it on, smooch it off, and let it dry, and you have to leave it overnight, you know, before you can do anything really, before you can try and move the because it's PVA, it's easily knocked off, so you can, you know, pry it off as well. If you make a cock up, you can take that off and get back in there and easy clean up with this stuff as well, because it's water based. But this is the stuff that seems to be sweeping Japan at the moment. This was kindly donated to me by Matthew RS on the site, so thank you very much, mate. It's really appreciated. Without you sending me some of this, I would be completely oblivious to it until it starts to rear its head more often. As I said, the bottles are all in Japanese, so you can't really see what it is. But you also get this little contraption with it as well, which is a UV light, which, believe it or not, is all you need. But I've done a cockpit with this stuff recently, which is my Easter egg plane. And I wanted to see how it works, but we'll have a look at that in a moment. But if we switch to the overhead, what I wanted to do is just show you how it kind of works on a piece of plastic, so it gives you an idea of really what you can look to expect. So if in normal light like this, there's not a problem whatsoever. Okay, you don't have any problems whatsoever. It's in a black bottle to stop any sunlight getting in there, and it comes in like this silver foil bag, which is resealable, which you can keep if you want, but I don't really keep it. I didn't keep it, I didn't feel the need. But so what we've got is we've got this little tub of glue here. So we can go to the overhead. As you can see, it's all in Japanese. There's no English writing on there at all. I'm sure sooner rather than later that they will bring some out that we can read as well. You also get this little thing, which is a UV light. Okay, I don't know if you can just pick that up there. There you go. Now that is actually ultraviolet light. It's an UV LED in there, so it will last a lifetime with a watch battery inside. This comes separately to this. You buy this, I think this is about £5 a bottle, and then this is £7, something similar like that. Now obviously once you've got this, you don't need it ever again, so it's just a top up on the glue and everything. Now as I say, I've used this already, and I used it on this, which is my egg plane, and I used it on the cockpit, and it stuck it together very, very well indeed. Unfortunately, the only thing I will say is if you can see there's a little gap there which it didn't fill particularly well. Now if I'd have used UV glue, PVA glue, that gap will be filled, and obviously I didn't see that gap until I started spraying it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill that with a bit of PVA, and you know, respray it again quickly. So but as you can see, it does leave a gap, but most of it all the way around is pretty good indeed. We shall see how that turns out when I unmask it and everything, but everyone that's used it swears by it now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of what it looks like on a piece of plastic, just so you can see. So I'm going to zoom in a bit. Okay, so there you go. So I'm just going to put a dollop of this glue right in the middle here, so you can see. There you go. Okay, now you can see it's quite just a normal glue. If we just manipulate it a little bit, as you can see, it's perfectly fine under normal light. Just looks like any normal glue. Just star this out a bit for you. Okay, so you get an idea. So it's very easy to manipulate and clean up and things like that. Now this is obviously the UV light. Now all you do, if you watch carefully, you put the UV light on it, and you should be able to see plastic stretch there as the glue's drying. So it gives a little demonstration, and literally just pass it over, and that's it. You can just see I've just passed it over a couple of times, and that's it. Doesn't look any different, apart from you can see where the plastic's walked, where it's tightened a little bit, and everything. But if I prod it now, it's rock solid. Okay, it's a little soggy because it's a big lump, but the top is totally, you see these bits here, totally hard. And that's that's it. It's very strange, as you can see. There's no, can't move that at all. It's like, it dries like a consistency of it's a very rubber consistency to it. And you can make another pass if you think it's not dry enough, but obviously this is a bobble, so it's going to be a little bit wet underneath. But there you go, that's rock solid now. So that's really a really good glue. I mean, that's instant, and now literally you can give it, I would say, probably 5 minutes. And you can then manipulate that. You can then obviously wipe the excess off with a cotton bud before you obviously use the UV light. But applying to the cockpit, it's literally you apply it like you would your normal PVA, your micro crystal clear, or whatever you use, gator glue or whatever. And then you take it off with the excess off with a cotton bud, and then you go around it with that. And literally, because it can see through the cockpit, you get a good seal all the way around. I think that probably the reason why there's still a crack left on the gap on the egg plane there is probably my fault. I didn't put enough glue in there right at the front. But if you did, it would dry solid like that. And then I haven't tried sanding it yet, I've got to say. So I would imagine it would be okay after a little while to cure. It would be fine to sand, but you can work with that straight away. It's not like the this stuff where you have to leave it a day before you can really touch that cockpit again, if you don't want it to fall off or anything like that. But this stuff, you can, you know, dries immediately with the UV light, and away you go. So hopefully that's given you an idea of what this stuff works like. If you've seen it and you thought, well, shan't I? I'll definitely go and get it. It's actually a godsend for for cockpits and things like that. And because if you're only going to use it for cockpit, you can use it for anything really. It will work for any instance with regards to any gluing that you need to do. It just so happens that it's perfect for cockpit gluing instead of this stuff. So this stuff's kind of redundant for me now. This will just be used to make windows and things like that. So that can go out of the situation completely. This is my go-to cockpit glue from now on. As I say, I've used it once and thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm going to see what it looks like when I pull the masking tape off of that, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Everyone else seems to have great success with it. But you can do anything if you want some clear welds or anything like that. I mean, it's going to work, and it should revolutionise a lot of way we fix models, because you can fix this stuff and, you know, any joins that or filling that you might have to do a little bit later on. Literally, you can fill a little gap, cotton bud over it, and then UV light, and straight away you should be able to paint over that within the next 5 or 10 minutes. So really, really good. Thoroughly recommended. I think you can only get it from HLJ at the moment in Japan, but I'm sure it won't be long before it works its way over. I don't know if you can get it on eBay. I haven't had a look, but it will probably be on eBay as well. You can get it. But that's the UV glue. The make of it is Suji Burrito. So again, not a brand I'm familiar with, but definitely worth a buy. Thanks a lot. Take care. Right, there you go there. So that's the UV glue, and as I said before, I really rate this stuff. I think it's excellent. It's quite surprising. The first time you use it, you think, well, is it working or is it not? But if you do that little test on a piece of plastic like I did, you can see it reacting almost instantly to the UV light. And as I say, you do purchase the two separately, but they're definitely worth a go. And I think it'll be interesting to see what the cockpit looks like when I finally finish my Easter egg paint. I still didn't finish as well for the SiG, but anyway. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go on to the bit about the forum news. Excuse me while the birds have a good singing session there, just to try and talk over me, which is really nice. Thank you very much. So what we're going to do, just obviously a quick thing about the kit review section that we have for videos or photo reviews of all the kits and everything. That's growing day by day. Really, really good effort. I think we've got nearly 350, 400 reviews on there at the moment. We want to keep that going, so please, 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 if any of you YouTubers are reviewing kits, please post them on there as well, so we've got a nice resource for all our fellow modelers on ISM. But I think now is the time to go to the monthly prize draw winners. Right, I've wrung the bird's neck, so you can't hear it now anymore. Any noisy things. But anyway, on to the monthly prize draw winners for April. We have, so for the first prize, well, one of the prizes is this Hobby Boss 148 A6A Intruder. I know Paul did a review of this kit and he thought it was absolutely a great kit, and he said he's going to go and buy one himself anyway. So the winner of this smashing kit is Alex the Blue. Now, well done, Alex. If you'd like to send me your address and everything on the site, we'll get this kit off to you ASAP. But well done, Alex, mate. It's a great win, a smashing kit. Now, for second place, we have all the UMP goodies, all the sander sticks, the thinny stick range that's just come out at the moment. We have got the winner of all those is Graham22. So well done, Graham, for that. Those thinny sticks, if you get your address to me and everything, those thinny sticks will be in the post to you ASAP as well. So well done, everyone, for winning, and we look forward to more entries next month. Okay, so this month's prize is obviously sponsored by Value Kits. Again, the first prize is a 135 Meng Merkava Baz 3 Mark 3 Baz with the Nokri Dalet mine roller system. Cracking kit, looks absolutely superb. Paul's going to do a review on it this month, so we'll be able to see what's inside the box. But it really does look like a smashing kit, and I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who would like to get their hands on this one for sure. So a smashing prize. Thanks for the guys at Value Kits for that. Obviously we'll have a second prize again. We're going to have another, the other prize is going to be a set of Ultimate Thinny Sticks again, same as last month. So you've got a chance to win both of those prizes. Get over onto the competition threads for the free giveaway. Just post "count me in" or "here I am" or any comment you want, and you'll be in with a chance for next month's draw. But some cracking prizes again, and good luck to everyone. Right, we're just going to go over to our build section now. What's on mine and Paul's workbench. Not a lot has changed for me this month. Obviously, I haven't been around at all. So I'll do a quick one. A lot of it will be a repeat, but there will be some there to have a look at. And then after that, we'll go over to Paul's as well. So here's what's on my workbench at the moment. Right, okay, so where am I with my kits? As I've said, April's been an extremely busy month for me, phenomenally busy. I was away for a couple of weeks and I was away for a couple of weekends as well. So literally, I think I had 10 days in total at home, which didn't give me much chance. I got a little bit done, but really it was a couple of hours worth, so not a lot at all really. First off, I'll start with the Easter egg plane that I built. This was, unfortunately, I was away for the last 2 weeks of the month and I just didn't get enough of this done before I went away to be able to enter it. It's had its base colour coat done, got a bit of dust on there, but that's, as you can see, all the little bits and bobs are done. It's going to be a nice little plane. It's a little Raptor 22, F22, and all the bits and bobs, as you can see, they're all ready and done to go on. So I'm just going to gloss those over. I'm not going to weather it or anything. I'm going to make it look really pretty like I did the other one. And you know, I've got an idea that I want to do these really light blue, the edges, just of something different, as it's an egg plane, but I don't know whether to or not. So but that's where I am with that. So that will be done, as I say. I'm going to promise myself a 4-day period off next month, so hopefully this month, so that I can get on and crack on and do a load of stuff. The ongoing build, which is the Javelin, as you can see, it's all taped up ready for its silver undercoat and everything. That took a bit of masking. It's been on there for a while now, the masking tape, but it's all stuck on nicely. So that will be done. I'm going to do that again in the next few days. I really want to get this done and on my shelf and out of my workshop, because you know, I've just kind of pretty much sick of seeing it, and I really want to see it finish. As you can see, it's all taped up, ready to go. So it's just a case of getting that done, getting that silver done on everything. But that's going to look special when it's done, I know it is. Obviously the box of bits, I've got all the extremities done. I think I've gone through this before, but these are all done, ready to go. A little tiny box of doom, but they're all ready to go on. Everything's done apart from the main body, and then it's just a case of sticking it all on, and that monumental decking session, which I know is coming that way. The other thing I've got at the moment, obviously, this is thanks to this is my big tub of doom. Obviously we've got the Canberra for the 100 years bombers, which I'm not going to get finished, unfortunately. Again, just time for me is a real pain in the bum, but that probably go on the back shelf again. But I want to get these other two done and dusted, so I've got some room, because I really feel like doing a tank for my next build. And I think what I'm going to do for my next build, and this is an old Tamiya kit, so I'm going to have a go at this, and this looks like quite nice. I haven't really had a chance to have a look at rubber tracks again, but this is an old Tamiya kit apparently. But I feel like building something really quick, and something that I can, that's all over one colour, and then have a quick weathering, go on weathering. And I quite like the look of that. I think that's quite an interesting looking tank. So that's anti-aircraft tank. So I'm going to do that. I want to get rid of the Javelin and the egg plane, and then I'm going to start on that, and I'm going to really run through that as quick as possible, and do lots of little weathering things on that. And I'm going to try and get a modulation set to see if I can modulate that as well, which will be interesting, because there's lots of bit harder than that other little tank I did as well. So that's me for this month. As I said, not a lot, really boring, I know, but this month I've made myself a promise that I am going to get a lot of stuff done. So anyway, back to the show. So as you can see, not a lot has changed on my workbench whatsoever. I have, Paul and I have discussed this, and I need to get on and do something, but I've actually promised myself at least 4 days off at one point during this month where I can spend the time just modelling. I just haven't had the time, but I'm going to give myself some time off and make sure I get some modelling done, because I really want to get these builds out of the way, and I want to start a tank. I'm probably going to do a quick Tamiya tank just to get back into the AFE thing. I did enjoy doing the last one, so I'm going to have a crack at that, get these aircraft out of the way, then I'm going to do that. So anyway, we're going to go over and have a look at Paul's workbench now, which is much more progressive and does a lot more work, and he's churning it out at the moment. So let's have a look at Paul's workbench.
Thanks, Lee. So my little segment to the news show. What's new this month? As you can see behind me, the stash now lives behind me. A lot of you have seen this already. It's grown considerably over the past month and a half. I've probably tripled my stash. So yeah, had to relocate. It used to be on a little shelving unit just here, over there, which is now gone, and I've got a display case, which is great. All the models are in there, although some won't fit. Like I say, added substantially, mainly Tim, a value kit's fault. Very cheap prices, and I've just gone mental over the past month and a half. And as you can see, they're all behind me. That's not them all, they'll keep going all the way over there and along there as well. So quite a formidable stash. I think maybe next month myself and Leo will go through our stash. There's been a few videos on YouTube of you guys going through them, so maybe we'll go through ours, quick video for next month's news show, and show our stash on camera. What's new with me? I've been busy month modelling, busy month working, busy month with UMP and with ISM. Build wise, we've got a couple complete, which we'll see when we go to the desk. One long term one, which fantastic to knock it out of the way but get it completed. Very happy with the results on that. Video builds are ongoing, as you'll see in a minute as well. I'm very excited for this month's upcoming group builder D-Day one. Really looking forward to that. I get to build a kit I've been looking forward to building for a long time, and that's Tamiya's 132 P51D Mustang. Really looking forward to building that. I wanted that kit from the moment I saw it. It's my favourite aircraft, and I am really looking forward to building that. So can't wait for the 23rd, which is when that starts, which is also ISM the forum is a year old on that day as well. So myself and Lee maybe sorting out a special giveaway for that. Separate to everything else, see what we can put together for you. And that's been a real fast year, really gone quick. I can't believe how fast that's gone. Forum's gone from strength to strength over that year, it really has. Cracking members, you guys are awesome. I love spending time on that forum. The channel's grown in that year. We've gone from 300 subscribers to, I think we've just turned 8,000 now, so that's phenomenal as well. Great feedback on the videos, which is great. We've got a lot of members from the videos, which is, you know, essentially what they're there for, you know, to provide videos for you guys and bring members to the forum, which it obviously does, and it's obviously working, so that's great. But I just can't believe it's been a year. It's gone so quick. Been very enjoyable as well. It's really added an extra element to my modelling. A lot of you guys, you know, talked to all you guys on Skype, Facebook. Just started doing Google Hangouts with a few of the lads as well, which is great. Nice to build while you're doing that, chat to a group of people on there. So it's really added an extra element to my hobby, and I'm really thankful for that. Like I say, I really can't believe the forum's nearly a year old. So quick, so fast. So head over to Mention and have a look at my ongoing builds and a couple of my completed ones. This month's review off me. Finding it hard to get 2 reviews out a month at the minute. I'm finding it hard to get 1 out, if I'm honest. The Intruder from last month I showed you. That'll be going up just after the new show. Time runs away of itself with the 2 video builds, other things going on. My time's really running away of itself at the minute. So that'll be up shortly just after the news show. This month's review will be the Meng Mark III Merkaba behind me with a mine roller. This is also our May prize door prize, again donated by Tim. A value kit, looks a stunning kit. Someone's going to be very lucky to win that kit. They really are. So that's a definite review for me. If I get time through the month, I also plan to review one of my own kits, and that's Kitty Hawk's MiG-25 kit. When I saw it, I like Russian aircraft, always have. And that, I'm looking at the box up there, it's right up there. If I get time this month, I'll review that as well. Really interesting aircraft. And another build I'm looking forward to starting at some point as well. And that's about it really, so we'll head over to the workbench and have a look at my builds. Okay, we're on the bench. Where should we start? Let's start with ongoing projects. So ongoing is the E-Models F4U Corsair. I have to be careful because it is literally pushed together this thing in a minute, and it doesn't fit in any of the cameras, bar the wide shot to my right. So there she is as she stands now. We've got the wings assembled, they're not glued in position. We still need to fill the front along here. The engine's just push fitted on for now. We've got various wing control surfaces to put together still. Horizontal stabiliser on the rear to put on. But as you can see, and if you watch the last video, this thing's absolutely massive. Sadly, this isn't going to fit in my display case, which I mentioned just a couple of minutes ago. That's just tough, I guess. Just one of those things. So it's going to go on display around the workshop somewhere else. Another one I've got in a minute doesn't fit in there either, but we'll get to that in a minute. Cracking kit. It's starting to look like a Corsair now. I reckon one more part, which I hope to film, not this week, next week. Today's Tuesday, I think it's the 5th, is it? 6th of May? Can't remember now. Terrible with dates. So it'll be, I'm going to film another F15 video at the end of this week, probably Friday, so that'll be up Saturday, Sunday maybe. And then the week after I'll do another F4 video as well. So this is where it stands now. Cockpit's in, so what we need to do is, I think we've got ailerons, flaps, horizontal stabiliser. No undercarriage on this because it's in flight. We've got a few, if I could do overhead camera so you can see, a few surfaces to button up. There's a window here, put the landing gear covers on and what have you. Canopy needs masking. And that's it, just a couple of control surfaces done, ready for primer. Getting it primed would be a big step, it would be a big leap forward as well. Double check all these seams as well, which seems to be fine, no shrinkage, which is good. So that's that one. So another part of that up, not this week, next week. So I know a lot of you people, I got a lot of messages about the F4, but obviously people need to understand that I do this on my own time. I don't get paid for doing it. I get given the kit by E-Models to build it, and that's my perk for building it. So if I was getting paid, trust me, I build them a lot faster. Because it's my own time spread around a lot. ISM's video build, I'll just lean over, is the F15, which again is coming together. I think last stage we were at, in the last video for last month, this had been, was ready to be all glued together, which it has been now. It's all been filled, sanded, rescribed, you can see that there. Not my greatest skill rescribing, but she's done, all the cockpit's in. I've got this piece to stick on again because I keep knocking it off. It's up on my shelf over there. I broke that in the very first video, is it? And it keeps breaking off, so I thought I'll leave it till I'm ready to button it up. And there we go. We got some weight in the nose cone, PVA, lead shot, and we used the radar itself to block that in. So obviously the option on this is it's either shut or open. It's your choice. I've gone for shut, like so. You leave these avionics bays open if you want. Mine will be shut again. When there's a single seat version coming up later this year, I'll display that with everything open. So that fits in there. We've got the lower wing surfaces together. If you've watched the video, that is the seam along there. I use FlexiFile's touch and flow system. I work absolutely brilliant on that, not a problem at all. We can pop this in there. We've got the intakes done, the nose supporting, and there we go. And as you can see, we go to the front camera. If I can get it in shot for you a little bit better. Starting to look a bit like an we go back rather, idiot. Starting to look a bit like an F15 now. It's going to be a big bird on 148th. By the time we add the tail, it's going to be about that long, so it's a fair good size. Excellent kit, loving it. If you're thinking of an F15, go and get this. Just don't build the B variant. 650 plus decals, no thank you. So there we go, so this is F15, that's ISM's video build. Like I say, plan to start filming this on most probably Friday for the next part. Edit it, get it up over the weekend hopefully. And there we go. Next up, we got the Challenger 2 for the ISM buddy build with myself, Cohen, oh god I'm going to remember all the names now, Chief, Devon, Gav, Kevin, Nigel, somebody else is building one, I can't for the life of remember now. This is now, I went way fast on this thing, built it all way too quick at the beginning. Got a bit ahead of everybody else, so I've literally put it to one side, letting people catch up, which they are now. Great for me because all my other projects are aircraft at the minute, so this is a nice break. Something I'll explain in a minute as well. So it's nice, you know, totally different build. What I did the other day, I put the black camo scheme on, as you can see, uses a faded black, and it looks alright, quite happy with it. So next stage will be painting up detail parts, then we get a filter on it, some weathering. Shouldn't be that much more wear to get it done. But like I say, it's a nice project because it's totally different to what anything else I'm building. And it's nice, you know, to switch and change and go and build something different because it keeps you fresh and enthusiastic about what you're building. So that's that. Not much to show, just a camo scheme. If we can get an overall look. We're a bit dark over there today for some reason. I'm not sure why. There we go, so looking the part now, looking a bit more like a Challenger. Last model, I started this, and I think one of my engines is going to fall off. I'll literally put it on to show you guys. Is we've got Hobby Boss's ME262. I started building this, I put the cockpit together about a week ago, left it to one side while I finished my F16, which I'll get to in a minute. And I literally did all this work in 3 hours on a Google Hangout with Seb, Stefan, David, Devon, and well, Mike was in there for a couple of seconds and then disappeared. And great kit. It's a bargain kit. I think it's about £24 RRP. Nice detail, a little bit overcomplicated, but then overcomplicated makes an interesting build. There's a lot of small parts to it and what have you, but this is where we're at now. So I've literally, just this morning before I started filming this, sanded all the seams on the fuselage, top and bottom, using my new favourite filler, thanks to Cohen. I started using Tamiya's putty, the grey stuff, basic with the orange lid. This stuff's superb, much better than the perfect plastic putty or the Vallejo putty. With those, you know, I was talking to Stefan the other day and we were saying it could be 5 or 6 applications of that sometimes before you get it fully filled, Mr. Service, etc. With this, I put one lot on here. The engines, I've got a massive amount of filling on where the seams are because there's about 6 components to these. I'll show them in a minute. Each seam was glued, sanded. This was applicated, I think I did it last night. Sanded it this morning. Almost perfect seam. Just needs a little bit of Mr. Surfacer, probably 1,000 on it, and it's going to be a flawless seam. This is probably going to fall to bits on me. Underneath, this isn't attached yet, it's just placed in position. The fit is good, it's not perfect, but for a Hobby Boss kit I am well impressed. Underneath, nicely filled. Got a bit of, well, yeah, got quite a bit of rescribe and re-riveting to do, but it's not too bad. I protected it with Tamiya tape up the sides. Nice nose weight that comes with the kit as well for the landing gear bay, which is good. And like I say, this stuff absolutely superb. Can't get it in the UK, I had to order from the Far East. Came really quick, got it on eBay, it was about £6 delivered or wherever it was, and I chucked in some Tamiya stickers, being the kit out that I am, to make the most of the postage. But it's brilliant. So like you say, all these engines were in halves, all bit, they need fully polishing, but they've been, I'll take them off, makes it easier to see. You can see the fit of the kit, they hold on themselves. These need rescribing as well. Literally just buffed off and sanded the Mr. Servicer this morning, and the seam is perfect all the way along. I've never had that before with Vallejo or perfect plastic putty. It'll shrink, and what, like I said, if you're watching the video of mine, I picked up a model of mine that I've picked up for about a year, and you can actually see the shrinkage on the fuselage seams where it's gone. Started using super glue. Super glue works well, but this seems to work better. The only downside is it creates a lot of dust. That's the only problem. Like I say, cockpit's done. 148. I didn't bother using the decal sheet on the dials. I just dry brushed them. Not a fan of decals. A whole decal sheet on that. The interiors have done RLM 66. Bit of controversy over that. Some people think they were done in left bare metal because they were rushed at the end of the war. I've gone with the kit colour call outs. That's it. Engine. My God. The gun bay, I've sprayed in Mr. Hobby Buffable Dark Iron, and then once that was dry, buffed it up. As you can see, we've got a nice sheen to that there, and then I applied an oil wash to that just to darken it up in places, and that's turned out quite well. Hopefully, in the kit you can have the option of leaving these open. I'm hoping I can put the parts on, paint it, and take them off as I like. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I don't want to display it open. I never like that look. I'm not that kind of. I like the aircraft displayed as the aircraft. But we'll see how that goes. I'm not too sure about these propellers on the front. Not sure how they're going to work. We'll see how they look once they're painted up. No, I'm joking, for the antenna. But yeah, speeding along with this. I started building this because I got the F16 out of the way, and I've literally got 3 weeks before the D-Day GB starts. So I thought I'll take part in the ISM Night Fighter SiG, build this, and I'll have this built, painted hopefully in a week. I've got a couple of videos to do, maybe a week and a half. Hopefully this will be all done. As you can see, we're still in component form. I just put it together for the new show. So there we go, there's that one. Completed one, we got our little Hasegawa. Yeah, it is Hasegawa, not Hasegawi. as some moron keeps saying on YouTube. Hasegawa, not Hasegawi. The Hasegawa egg plane. Did the F-16, did want the Su-33, ordered it, and was told it wasn't in stock and it'd be 3 weeks. Yeah, the airplane build's only a month, so it's no good. Enjoy building this, great little kit. I've done it in the same colour call out as my larger one, which you'll see in a minute. Tinted the canopy myself, sprayed Tamiya smoke inside to tint it. That turned out very well. The pitot tube I snapped off, which I always do. Always. I've just started removing them now, and I made a new one with a cocktail stick, stuck it in my little mini Dremel on one of our sanding sticks and turned it a little bit longer. I think it looks a bit better than the short one that comes with the kit. Painted it and away we go. On the canopy, for the first time, I used the UV glue, which I believe Lee's going to be reviewing this month. Absolutely superb. UV glue, it's in the drawer, I'm not going to get it. Clear glue, it's activated, it's a resin activated by UV, so you can put it on all where you want. It stays wet until it gets UV on. Obviously there's UV light naturally, but intense UV light if that keyring dries it. So you get to clean it up, position it, there's no rushing or worrying about it fogging up. Quick blast of the UV light and it dries instantly. Absolutely superb glue. Hobby Link Japan, I've ordered a version off eBay, which I'm told is similar. If it is, I'll put it on the forum and let you guys know. But that worked absolutely brilliant. Alclad on the nozzle on the rear, and that's about it. Decals are a bit crap. Seems to be the common thing with the egg planes, but they went down okay. A little bit of silvering, but they went down alright. So there's the egg plane. So there's one completed. The other one I'm going to turn around and grab because it's on the shelf behind me. Like I say, I've been working on this thing since November. I'm not sure where we're going to get her in shot. I'm zoomed right out, which I don't know if I can go any higher. Can a little bit. Is Tamiya's 132 F-16. Absolutely love building this thing. Not a cheap kit, 130, 140 quid RRP. I got it for 70 quid off eBay. It was brand new in its box. Somebody bought it for the son. Son didn't think he could build it, and I got an absolute bargain. So really enjoyed building this. 6-month build, or 5-month build rather. Absolutely superb kit. I spent the last 2 weeks doing all the ordnance. I'll flip it around a minute and show you. And it's just an absolutely superb kit. A few of the features I'll get to quickly. Obviously, I showed inside the cockpit last time, I think it was. Canopy off, you can position it closed or open like so. You get the little ladder for the side, which I've got behind me as well. So you can literally place the ladder on there. You get wheel chocks, the RBF tags you get as well, which I've not put on, not bothered with them to be honest. Absolutely stunning kit. All the ordnance comes off, so you can literally pop it off like so. So you can get the pylons off, you can get the missiles off the pylons, you can put them back on, and they all fit on with polycaps, if I can find the hole, which is there. And you can literally, every bit of ordnance comes off, all the tanks come off underneath and everything. Nose cone opens up, a little bit of persuasion. Spins on one side, you've got the radar in there. If I turn it to the front camera, you can see a little bit better. So there you go, you can spin this open. There's the radar inside, with that ladder. Like I say, cockpit's all done now, it's all been dry brushed. I take this out and zoom you in. There you go, so you can take out the console, this pops out to get to everything, you pop it back in. The seat comes out, it's a bit of a pig to get back in, but it does come out, all removable. This glass still comes off. Absolutely superb. Haven't overly weathered it, just dry brushed all the flat black around the edge. What else have we got? We've got removable tail, flaps, ailerons. Got the gun bay, which I'm going to use a cocktail stick to pop open. Very, very tight fit. Here we go. I knew that was going to fall off. It's me mucking about with it, showing you guys. If I can lift it up and turn it. So you can see the gun bay, white, weathered. The Gatling gun in there, the Vulcan, I think it's an M6, I can never remember the name of it in there. Absolutely superb. The fit of the parts on this is really, really good. So you can literally pop everything back in. Like so. A little bit of a push holds it in, and then the other part just fits in there like so, and you can barely even see that the removable part, obviously if I get it in properly, there we go. Engine comes out at the back, like I say, you've got movable parts. My zoom was back out. Quite a long part off me today, I'm sorry about this. Everything moves, tail moves, the rudder moves, this comes off, they come off, so it's easy to transport. The whole engine comes out, as you can see. So I'm not going to take it fully out, so you've seen it before, a few of you many times. It's a bit of a pig to stay in now, it does have a habit of falling off. All in all, really enjoyable kit. If you've got it, enjoy building it. If you haven't got it and you want an F16, I know it's a pricey kit, but it is absolutely superb. If I can run it past the front camera so you can see all the detail, get that canopy to fit properly, there we go. Paintwork turned out well, very happy with that. We'll go to the overhead one, you can see it a bit better. All the fading, highlighting, pre-shading all show through well. Missiles, they took me about 2 weeks from start to finish to put together. Paint, decals, 100 decals on all this ordnance. I'll spin it around a minute so you can see. They took about 2 weeks from start to finish. And like I say, really enjoyable kit. Loved every minute of building it. Took my time doing it. I can spin it around without dropping anything. We see all the ordnance underneath. So we've got drop tanks, there goes the gun bay cover. Various missiles, AIM-88, drop tanks, central drop tank, landing gear bays, front and back. You see the pre-shading underneath. Across to the side, so they all pull off, and you can interchange between different weapon systems, different loadouts, take stuff off, add it as you wish, and absolutely superb. Brilliant kit, really enjoyed building it. And like I say, on the 23rd of May, for our D-Day build, I get to build the 132 Mustang, which I'm really enjoying. It's not going to be a video build, we're too much on the go at the minute. It's literally going to be a picture build on the forum. Really enjoying it, but this thing, absolutely superb. The only gutting thing, it doesn't fit in my display case. A little bit gutty about that, but by the by, it's not the biggest of jets either, so bit of a shame really, but that's just hard luck. So I've got a shelf behind me, it'll live on that until I can sort something else out. But really enjoyed it. Looking forward to my next project. So there we go. There's all my builds. So I've waffled on for quite a while, but I had quite a lot to get through. And that's it. So next month, hopefully that 262 will be complete. A bit more progress on the F4 Corsair and the F15. And we'll have the start of the P51 Mustang. So there we go. I'll take you back to Lee. Paul from ISM. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next month.
Well, thanks for that, Paul. As I'm sure you'll all agree, Paul's been far more productive than I have. I wish I had his time to be able to spend at the bench as well. But some cracking builds there and some excellent results, Paul. So well done on that, mate. Some really good work. What we've got coming up this month for reviews, obviously we've got the ones I didn't do last month or the month before that, which is the Eduard Centenarians B24D, the Italia Dornier Do 217. We're going to do the Dragon Nashorn as well. This is a premium edition, so there should be a really nice have a look in the box on that one. I'm also going to do the AAC Matador Early Type from AFE Club. Now this kit is definitely something well out of my area that I would normally do, but I'm going to do a review on this. This was donated by Dodge WC52 Robin, who kindly contacted me and said, look, I've got this kit, would you like to do a review on it? I said, yeah, thank you very much, because it's something I definitely wouldn't do normally. So thank you very much, Robin, for sending this on to me. Now I did do the review on this already, because it was meant to go up last month, because I haven't sent it back to Robin yet. But unfortunately I forgot to turn the overhead camera on, so it was a pretty one-sided review. I do apologise, but I'm going to have to do it all over again. So when I've done the review I would have already looked in the box, and there goes the birds again trying to sing over me. But it is mating season, so he's looking for a mate at the moment. I do apologise. So anyway, so that's the kits that are coming up from me. I mean, Paul's going to do the Meng 135 Merkava Baz 3, which is up for the prize, and he's going to do the Kitty Hawk 148 MiG-25 as well, which looks like another good kit. So those are the kits that are coming up for May this month. So there. So what we're going to do is have a next. We're going to have just a quick thank you to all our sponsors. So next we're just going to do a quick thank you to all our sponsors. Obviously, big thank you to Sean at S&M Stuff for sponsoring all our SIG builds and everything, our special interest group builds. Excellent, thank you very much, mate. John at Models Our Go for sponsoring all our group ISM main group builds. Thank you very much, mate. Some smashing prizes. We've got Tim and Stu at Value Kits, obviously doing our free monthly prize draws. Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciate the kits that you've given us for these, our new monthly prize draws. They're excellent kits and we really, really do appreciate it. For Dominique at Retro Kit for sponsoring our Easter egg plane build. Thank you very much, mate. And I'm glad, I hope you liked all the builds that came apart as a part of that. They really were interesting indeed. Obviously, and ourselves, Ultimate Modern Products, for sponsoring the long-term group builds and obviously the monthly ones as well. So that is it for May. As I say, it's not a big show, it's not a long show. It's been a very hard month to get anything done, I've got to say. But next month obviously we'll be back to normal and should be in full swing again. I'm not going away on holiday at all this month. I've got 2 days away and the rest of it I should be home to be able to do videos for you guys. But anyway, thanks for watching the show. Thank you to everyone who gets involved in ISM in any way, shape or form, and until next month, we'll see you soon. Bye bye.